So welcome back to the Crown of the Oathkeeper. This will be our last session of the year, and a bit of a shortened session too, with Orion and Incratio needing to duck out a little bit early. But we're here together, and Monastery of Past Lives. Didn't cure old Fadav's melody. Melody, is it right? But you killed her anyway and brought her back with some very lucky rolls. And the hope was that you'd bring Fadav here to Ronul's End, where she could, because she's not a fighter, she's not blessed with arcane magic or divine magic for that matter. She's just a woman. An awesome woman at that. I don't mean to degrade a woman, but she is awesome, but she has no special D&D powers. Okay, so we'll pick it up. I think you guys... Oh, sorry, not quite pick it up. Gotta get my notes ready. Okay, so let's see. I imagine Incration would have visited Ronul's End as he wandered around. Would that be fair, Incration?
That'd be fair. So
Ronul's End is the hometown, I guess you could say, of the Ronul clan. It's famous for its merfolk. A lot of mermen, merwomen would live there and help fish the North Bay. You can almost see it in the art to this little icon here. At the very center of the Ronul's End is their famous ship, the Boundless Pearl, which they use, which is now beached, but they use it for, trade and the offices and coordination of things. So it's very much a fishing village, very much providing a lot of fish to Odin Bear, as most of these kind of satellite cities do. But as you approach it, it's looking quite different. For one thing, even from 500-600 feet away, you do see smoke rising from Ronul's End. So,
like chimney smoke or like burning building smoke?
Make a survival check.
Okay, I'll guide myself. Ooh, Christmas dice ain't doing too well today. That's a 10.
Hard to say. It could be just people cooking their food. It could be something more serious. Do you approach the village?
Yeah, I mean,
I suppose so.
Yep, have to find a place for Mom. So yeah.
Okay, you approach the village, and now that you're getting closer, it doesn't even take any sort of perception check to realize what's going on here. The city has been ransacked, fires blazing, and I'll bring you over to the map. It's quite a big map. This is the scene you see. Oh, wait a second.
I see all black.
I was just going to say, got to change that.
Darkness.
There we go. That's how dark this campaign is. There we go.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's big.
That's not good.
Because it's so big, I just got you guys here as this. Yeah.
Do we hear any cries for help?
Make a perception check.
I will join you in that.
Yeah, you all turn your ear and try and listen for survivors, but no yells from help, no cries. It appears as if, they're either hiding or being quiet, but you don't hear any sounds of humans, or merfolk for that matter.
What has happened here, you think? Someone has been pillaging the place. Pirates?
Well, I think it's them Queen's Hellhound Knights. We are not that far from the palace, after all. Bet you the Queen asked for higher taxes, they said no, and she sent 2 or 3 of them to burn the village.
That seems to be much more destructive than just maybe 2 or 3.
Adav pipes up. Oh my, this is. I don't mean to be selfish in this moment. I mean, this village has suffered terrible losses. But where do I go? Is there any place safe in this cursed land?
Well, this place is not safe or sustainable, but I suppose we might find our luck in another town, but we should be on guard here.
Perhaps we can find any survivors to at least maybe let us know what happened. Or perhaps they are holed up somewhere in hiding.
Adav says, "Oh, okay. I think I'll just stay back here if that's okay." In fact, I will give you icons to move around. Adki, Grecian, Orion, Vander.
Ooh. When's the last time we had a long rest?
Consider yourself long rested.
Perfect, because I had 8 HP on my character sheet, so I love that.
No.
So if you want to spread out and have a look around, feel free to make a survival check. See what you can pick up.
Guide myself.
I'll do the same.
Can I make a survival check through Joy? Seeing through her eyes.
Sure.
Searching through the area. Maybe even going through some of the fire, like the hottest places where it burns the most, because Joy has immunity to fire.
Sure. Well, the biggest fire by far is the Boundless Pearl, which is this ship here. And so Joy goes and flies around looking for survivors. There's no survivors. You do notice 2 things. There are some caravan tracks heading north from the city.
Where do they origin? Do they come from, like this area? This ship?
Yeah, approximately around this approximate area is where the wagon trail starts. And it heads north, and just to give you an idea of where it might lead, it's heading north from Ronul's End, so somewhere up in the Telenar Hills, I guess.
Right.
You will roll a d20 for me, please.
Yeah, you want me to do it?
Everybody.
Oh.
Okay, what do we got? Okay, as you're searching around, you make your way down to the docks. I'll put Joy here as well. And Kracian. Kracian was the lowest. Oh, and Kracian, Orion. Rosies, please. It's one of the two of you.
Oh, Rosies.
Rosies.
Are you gonna beat me?
Ooh, barely. Barely.
Oh my god.
Sort things around a bit. Okay. So as you get to the docks, it should be all visible. Something happens. I won't explain it just yet, but in the meantime, can you please...
Roll for initiative.
Is this surprise, or can I guide myself for this initiative?
Ah, no. No,
Okay.
no. Okay. So Vander. Not Vander, sorry. Vander goes first, but Orion, in fact.
But Samuel 6.
Could you
I
could
think
you put in the Avgi there at 12?
Oh,
I can.
done.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so as you're searching around the dock area, you perhaps, I don't know what you'll make of this, we'll see. 2 giant mutated frogs jump out of the water and they try and grab you from the side there, Orion. And as they let out they both, can anybody not be surprised?
I do have a feature that says if you are surprised, I can act normally if I enter rage, the first thing I do.
Oh,
So a normal turn. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what happens then is you see these 2 frogs about to... Wait, where are my frogs?
they're beside me.
I mean in initiative order. Why don't I see them?
Oh, they're not.
Oh, they're not in.
Ugh. What? It's weird. Let me just... Oh, they're in initiative order. They're just still hidden. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Okay, Abgi. I don't know why they're not showing an initiative order, but I can see them, but I suspect they're hidden from you. So you see these 2 frogs about to jump in and take Ryan. Well, they're about to bite Ryan. Abgi, what do you do? I assume, therefore,
Yeah, I'm
necessarily...
gonna bonus action rage.
Mhm.
Yeah, bonus action rage and just Orion frogs, and he's going to rush forward. And
Frogs! Oh dear!
I suppose reckless attack. Hits him with my mallet, my maul, 1 each time. So I'll start with 1 to the north.
.28 absolutely hits. You
It's
went
gonna
reckless.
be yes, 17.
Yeah, both of those hit.
Yep.
So carving into the fogs with Lord Simonder's maul.
Yeah. So
you said
17 damage on the one to the north, and I'm gonna attack the one to the south as well, just to give them both a little smack.
Sure. 17 to the first one. And
16 to hit.
16 still hits.
Oh. It's gonna be 12 damage.
12 damage with the rage. Excellent. Okay, the frog. Actually, we'll do this. The one jumps out of the water right next to you. And Kracian.
Okay.
This two known as being weird. Anyway, and it goes to bite you. Bite attack. That's the way to start off a session. A natural 20 as you take 17 points of piercing damage.
Is this surprise or not surprise?
Surprised because none of you, they were completely
Okay.
hidden under the water there.
So
Stealth.
no uncanny dodge. Okay, 17. Yep.
And it grapples you, grabs you in its big mouth frog thing,
Oh,
and,
sticky tongue. Sticky tongue.
and it drags you into the water. Okay,
Okay.
now just refresh my screen. This initiative order shouldn't be this hidden. It's going to make it awkward. Give me just a sec. No, still weird. Okay, so Avgi went, that frog went. Okay, now the frog, just beside Avgi, we'll actually go for Avgi this time. Was launching for Orion, but now it's going to go for Avgi. It's going to do a bite attack at advantage. And it rolls another natural 20 at advantage. So take 13 points of piercing damage, reduced to 6 because of your rage. And it grabs hold of you, and a 2 drags you into the water. And that was that one. Another frog appears beside you, Avgi.
Nope.
This one is going to take a bite at you, also at advantage. And this time it's a 16. So even though you're squirming around in the water, you manage to miss it. So awkward. Vander, 2 of them jump up at you, springing out of the water, and they're both going to bite you. A 21 and a 17, Vander.
Yeah, both hit.
Okay, so they do a total of 25 damage,
Ow.
and they both grab hold of you, and you guessed it, dragged into the water. In fact, this is so awkward that I'm going to roll initiative for the mutated frogs all over again. Might work out well for you, might be bad, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, there we go. At least I can see them now. Okay, so we'll swing round to the top of the order. And the frog. While you're being grappled, none of you have been pulled under the water yet, but they're trying to. The frog is going to try and bite you again, Vander. And it misses. And... oh, Orion's turn. So this one's leaping out of the water trying to bite you. Orion rolls a 10. You just smack it aside. No problem. And Vander, splashing around in the water in the mouth of a giant frog. What do you do?
I don't really have any resources to deal with this. I do wish I had put in some kind of teleportation, misty step or something like that, but alas, I haven't. So I have to, I guess I have to deal with whatever I have. I think I'm going to, because they already have already grabbed me, so I feel like making them terrified of me won't help in this situation, because they can still move away from me and they will be grabbing me with them to take me away from where I'm currently at. So yeah, I don't feel like that's a good plan. So yeah, I think I'm just going to spit at them, show them my how I feel about them grabbing me. 22.
Also, the one to the south of you, and that absolutely hits.
Yeah.
So
So the initial damage is just 2d8. Oh, okay. That's 8 points of necrotic damage. And on the start of its turn, it's going to take 3d4 necrotic damage until it wipes it off.
Okay.
And for my bonus action, I think I will give Avgi a bardic inspiration and be like, "Brother, are you really gonna let them drown me?" And yeah.
Okay, nice. Okay. So spit on them, give us some inspiration. Nice. In a disgusting type of way. Did I miss one? Oh, sorry, I skipped one. The one next... Sorry, wait. Vander went... Oh, this...
One next to Christian.
Yeah, this one
Yeah, the
here.
one next to me.
Hmm. Okay. So as it's got you in its mouth, it kind of throws you up in the air, and it's going to try and swallow you.
Fun.
So it needs to hit though, and it rolls a 13. So no, it tries to swallow you, and it fails. And now on Kracion, it's your turn.
Since it threw me up and tried to swallow me, does that mean I'm not grappled anymore?
Purely for flavor, so you're still grappled.
Okay. That's fine. We'll
Oh,
steady
you like
aim
a
and
paddle
try
ball.
That's a good way. Just attach to the tongue. Doing, doing, doing.
We'll steady aim and try to slash its try to slash the tongue off.
Okay, with the yep, sure. Say since we're flavoring it as a dagger, daggers don't have any disadvantage underwater, so you're good. 27 hits. Ooh, 24 points of damage. For just a second, it threatens like it's going to release you, but it doesn't. Oh, and actually, I'll allow that, but technically you guys are restrained as well, so that should have been at disadvantage, but you guys are getting beat up, so DM forgot the rule. But you are restrained, so attacks at disadvantage. Avgi, I'm going to say that this is the one that has you grappled.
Yep. I'm gonna extend my bone claws.
Yep.
Since it's kind of hard to fight with a maul in the waters, so he has to get out of this thing's stuff first. Seems kind of silly to go all true form against frogs, but let's do it. Bonus action, Necrotic Shroud. So these frogs around me need to make a charisma saving throw DC 15 or become frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
Okay, so DC, was it wisdom, did you say?
Charisma.
Ooh. 7, 7, 3. So they're all frightened of you. Until the end of your next turn, right?
Yep.
Okay, got it.
And this one as well, next to
Oh,
Ryan, I think.
One more.
Yeah.
One more. 5. Yeah, for some reason, mutated frogs aren't very charismatic. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to start slashing the one that's grappling me, try to slice its tongue off.
Sure.
So recklessly, it would be flat, normal
That's right.
roll, right?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, that's good.
That is good.
So
Ooh.
Natural 20!
extra d8. So that's gonna be 21 plus 3, so 24 slashing and 4 extra necrotic. So 27 damage total.
The frog takes an absolute beating, but it's desperate to maintain its grip on you, so you're still restrained there, Avgi. Is that your turn?
Now I'm gonna slice it one more time.
Oh, sure. The flat roll, 14 hits as well.
That's good. Not a lot of damage, but that should be 9 slashing.
Had 9 hit points left.
Nice.
Rage
And
gets
then
you
I'm
through.
going to I'm going to swim towards Vander. Let's see, it's difficult terrain, sort of double
It
movements.
is. Yeah, unless you have a swimming speed, which I don't suspect you do. That's
Yeah, I'm
going to
gonna
be
take an
3.
opportunity attack.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
going to try and bite you. Oh, 17. Come back, buddy.
That's
Yeah, and it
Oh.
restrains you.
oh yeah.
So, I think you're...
You know what? I'm gonna use my reaction to use.
Was that disadvantage on him since it's scared of him?
yeah, 17 at disadvantage. Yeah.
I'll use my Torque of the Tower to activate the Torque. So for 3 rounds, my AC is 21.
Okay, therefore it misses you. The first one, anyway.
Yes. Oh yeah, there's 2 of them. Well, yeah, let's see.
Okay, 2 more attacks at disadvantage. First one is a natural 1. Second one is a natural 1. I used up all my natural 20s, obviously. Okay, there's a disadvantage, so more likely to happen, of course. But cool, Avgi, you swim over and get next to one of the frogs that's attacking Vander.
Yeah. Okay, that's gonna be my turn.
Okay, cool. Okay, the one that you spat on is going to try and swallow you. Vander, yeah, I'll take that damage. Yep. Rolls a 23.
Yeah, that's
Gulp.
high.
And then it's gonna. So you're blinded. It's gonna swim away down here, and you will mechanically lose sight of Vander as he's swallowed by this frog, and then it's just swimming away. It's still on the surface, we'll say. Joy.
It's still on the surface, right?
It's still on the surface, yep.
That's the case. Joy's going to use the dash action and fly after the frog.
Wait a sec. I've stuffed up this thing's hit points. So you did. How much damage did you do initially for the acid spit?
8 and then 6 more.
Okay, cool.
So,
Okay, so invisible Joy flies over. Cool.
Yeah, that's her.
Oh, she's just flying over there. Okay, Ryan, this frog looking to take a bite out of you. What do you do?
Perhaps I don't necessarily like to get wet, but there's only one way to do it. And Ryan kind of almost gets ready to take the steps back, but realizing he's going to try to get a shot in on him. Perhaps my friends need some assistance from my ancestors. As I cast Spirit Guardians at 4th level.
Oh, nice. Okay, it's a 15 or 10. I always forget.
10, I think. Hold on. Spirit Guardian. 15 feet. Excuse me.
Okay, well, there you go. Spirit Guardians appear around you. Oh, wow, look at that. It's perfect.
And he's going to run up and cannonball right between all 3 of them.
Okay, so splash into the water. Perfect. And
All right. And bonus action. I'm gonna make sure this is going to hold. I'm gonna bonus action Starry Form Dragon, which means any roll that is below a 10 automatically becomes a 10 on a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Got it.
There you go.
Everybody without a red dot hasn't got into initiative. Been a very confusing initiative round. Okay, cool. So Cannonball, Spirit Guardians, nothing will technically happen yet because
there you go.
not in the Spirit
There's the-
Guardians. Okay, cool. So very good concentration spell. Okay, the mutated frog right next to you will make a wisdom save for the Spirit Guardians and he'll roll a 16.
And that's a fail because my DC is 17.
Okay, nice. So roll damage.
Right, this is, I believe it's 48 because I've upcasted the 4th. Just make sure that was the right D8 on that one. Yep, 48. 17 radiant damage.
So we'll just keep that for the whole round. Okay, now it still sees its source of fear, which is Avgi. Until Avgi has a turn, it's going to maintain scared of him. But it's still going to attack you, Orion, at disadvantage. Rolling a 12 at disadvantage. So it's about to snap you, but it sees Avgi at the corner of his eye, and that's enough to freak them out. Vander, you're under a frog's tummy. You immediately take 4d4 acid damage.
44. Not the best place to be. I think I'm going to use my bonus action first and make Joy try to attack the frog.
Go.
I feel like we've encountered a lot of frogs that's a lot of creatures that resistance to poison. So I do wonder if this...
But well,
this
that
one-
does hit, because it's had advantage, because it comes out of invisibility, and a 16 will hit.
Perfect. So that's 1d4 plus 3, so 7 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
And then it has to make a... Is it... if it's immune to poison,
It's not.
Yeah,
It's not.
it's not. Perfect. Then it has to make a Constitution saving throw. The DC is my DC, so 17.
Oh, 18. There we go.
Ah! All right. And for my
Find that you
For
are
my
blinded
action.
and you're restrained.
blinded and restrained. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to fish up my wand of magic missiles and use 1, 2, 3, 4 charges.
It's
So
just
that's
blasting from the
7
middle.
balls, I guess.
Sure. So 7d4
Roll.
plus 7.
4d, 74 plus 7. 23 points of damage.
Okay. Hard to miss. And the thing
Very hard to miss.
into the belly, and he shakes off, but he still doesn't kill him. He's still holding on to you.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. I really hoped I was able to kill it with that, but we'll see what's happening. Okay. Yeah, that's my turn. Or can I use a free action to drop a dagger inside the tummy?
You could just drop a dagger. Sure.
Perfect.
Not sure why you're
I
doing
will
that,
drop
but
a
maybe,
dagger.
maybe that will be revealed. Okay, this frog still evade of Avgi and Kracian. It is going to try and swallow you. Disadvantage is a 10, so it tries to gulp people once again. Catches Avgi out the corner of its eye. And Kracian, you are restrained, so disadvantage. So no super sneak attack, unfortunately.
Steady aim to make it straight, and yeah, we'll go with that.
Sure, straight, yep. 15 hits.
All right, let me do it this way so it doesn't roll sneak. +5, 6 damage.
So carving through on the inside. You don't really know how damaged it is from the inside, but chopping away. Okay. This needs to make a wisdom saving throw, and it fails. And it was 17 damage, Josh?
Yes.
Okay. It's going to try and bite you. Once again, scared of Avgi. And it rolls a 9, so it doesn't try and bite you at all. Now, Avgi are still frightened, but I don't suspect you're going over there, so let me just take the condition off. I know it happens at the end of your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Really helped
I'm
Orion,
going
by the way.
to-
It's a good move.
Yeah. I want to try to save my brother. So I'm going to move these 20 feet away so I can get there with 40 feet of movements. Still have my 21 AC, so I'll...
Goes to bite you as an opportunity attack. And rolls a 25.
Ooh.
Are you kidding me? That hits.
Whoop. Gets a grip on you, and you take 10 reduced to 5.
Yeah.
Who's the paddle ball now?
You actually get all the way over here. It sticks its tongue out and then reels you back in. There we go.
Frustrated, he's going to recklessly slash it with his bone claws.
Which will be a straight attack because you're restrained. So 26 hits,
and
yes.
So both attacks hit.
Yeah.
And this is a, let's see, 13. And the second is 11. Yeah, so 24 total. 4 of it is necrotic.
Yeah, just do 24 total type of damage. Okay, grabs you and just slash. There's a lot of blood in the water, but it maintains its grip on you, Avgi. And I think that'll be your turn as you can't move.
Yeah.
When does the acid happen? At the start of its turn or at the end of its turn? Because it wants to wipe it off.
At the start of its turn, so he's going to take the damage first, and then he can try to wipe it off.
So roll damage.
Oh, so close.
Close, but not good enough. It dives down. And you lose sight of Vander and the frog. They go underwater.
Would Joy get the opportunity attack?
No, she doesn't get the opportunity attack.
Hey, what does Joy do then as she sees her master being dragged down into the water?
Joy is going to try to pursue them, I think, at the best of her abilities underneath the water.
They're 30 feet down. What's Joy's movement?
40 normally.
So she can get 20
flying.
down. So she can get 20 down. So she can start pursuing them, but she's not going to be able to get to them.
Yeah. That is true. I
can
do have
actually
the
dash,
ability
right?
to... Yeah, she can dash, but if I make her dash after them, she has spent her action, and then I can't use my bonus action to make her attack. I don't
thought
think
it was
I
a
need...
reaction for her to attack, so I thought you were in the safe.
Um,
You just say she doesn't get reactions?
let me just check
Opportunity
that ability.
Okay, sure.
No, not for the opportunity.
Um,
I was wondering if she works like a familiar where it uses
Oh, I
their
see.
reaction to cast, so if it's his action he's forgoing, I wonder
Yeah.
if it's...
As a bonus action, you can command the familiar to take the attack action.
Okay.
So, if I understand that correctly, she has to have her action
Mhm.
unoccupied for it to, to go through.
So what does she do?
Well, maybe she will think that
The master
helping
is scared.
Avgi,
Time to move on in
help-
life.
helping Avgi would be more bountiful at this point.
So giving the help action to that frog over there. Okay, excellent. Lander's in trouble. Orion, you're doing pretty well with being surrounded by 3 frogs. What do you do?
Look at the one beside of me, or the one that's in behind me, the bottom left corner.
Fun? Yeah.
And he says, perhaps it is time for you to, how you say, well, maybe it's time for you just to croak. Told the dad.
Okay, wisdom saving throw. 14.
That fails.
Okay.
And it's been damaged, so that is a 2d12 Woo! 16 necrotic damage.
Not enough to take it out, and these frogs should have swum away. I'm going to say that they didn't swim away because they were so afraid of Avgi. It's kind of moving closer to him. Okay, there we go. Toll the Dead, excellent. And you just maintain bobbing in the water, concentrating on your Spirit Guardians.
Yes, I'm going to use my bonus action. Do I have to see them in order to do that? Okay. Yep, that says see. Okay. I'll go ahead and just use. Let's see. Avgi's been pretty damaged at this point in time. I'm going to use a first level healing word over to Avgi.
Okay.
Oh, Avgi's pretty good actually. So I'm fine.
Oh, well, it goes to Incration then.
Okay, 10. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
And,
Cool. Okay, cool. So this frog fails. So do you want to roll a new set of Spirit Guardians? It's shredded.
That is
by-
a really good roll.
That is a good roll, my goodness. Okay, I know you don't see Vander on the initiative order, but as Vander, it is your turn. At the start of your turn, you take that much acid damage from being dissolved in there.
All right. Okay. Do you remember the dagger that I dropped inside the stomach of the frog?
Yep.
I'm going to cast heat metal on that.
Okay. Do you want to bring up the heat metal spell for me?
In physical contact.
Maybe I
Yeah.
can't see it though. If it's totally dark in here. I do have dark vision though, if it helps inside
I
the
think
stomach.
you can. You can at least find the dagger because you know where it is. Absolutely. So you can roll 2d8 fire damage.
Oh my god, nice.
Okay. Okay. The heated dagger shreds a hole inside of the frog, and you can swim to the surface. We'll just say you swim straight up to the surface, gasping for air, no longer blinded, no longer restrained. That was enough to kill the mutated frog. Okay, so bob to the surface. But that would be your turn unless you've got a bonus action to give.
I see that Avgi still has my bardic inspiration. I'm going to give another bardic inspiration to Orion because he's in range.
Okay, excellent. Okay. Man, another wisdom save. What was a 17? I think that still fails, doesn't it?
No, that just meets it.
So it takes 14 points of
14.
damage. Okay. And it wants to get out of here, but it wants to take Incration with it. So it's going to try and swallow, bite Incration to try and swallow him at advantage because he's restrained as a 21.
Yeah, 21 will do it.
And then it dives down 30 feet, which would put it outside of the range of the...
How much damage did it do to me?
Oh, that's a good... it doesn't do a damage. It just do another bite attack, and if it succeeds, you get
Okay,
swallowed. So
okay.
no actual damage. But as it dives down to the water with Incration and its belly around, you have a chance to do an opportunity attack, if you so choose.
I will.
It's half movement also because it failed the... Oh, no, that one made it.
No,
Never mind. Damn it.
He did fail, so it's not half movement.
Yeah, never mind.
But I will target with an attack.
Oh.
As I do have Warcaster,
Sure.
and I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds.
That's a nasty one. Okay. Yep. Roll to hit.
Da-da.
Oh,
Oh my! I don't think even the Bardic's gonna help.
No, one
Not
is a
that
miss.
one.
Is a miss. Is a miss. Is a miss. Oh, unfortunate. That frog was actually quite damaged. Okay, but it dives down with Incration. This one is going to do a swallow attack on Avgi by succeeding on another bite at advantage. Rolls a 23. And down it goes. Down you go. Drags you down 30 feet below the surface, and you're blinded and restrained. Now, I know you can't see this, but Incration, it's your turn now.
okay. Okay, I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna leave it up to your rule, Malcolm. I want to attempt to do my flourish. Because it says I disappear. So what I'm hoping here, because I know I can't see outside the frog, I'm hoping that as soon as the flourish happens and it does the force damage, if it kills the frog, then I can see where to teleport to. If not, I'll do something else.
Bonus action. You can disappear with each creature without. So disappear. I don't think you can disappear inside the frog. It knows exactly where you are. I mean, there's nowhere where
That's fine.
you go. So you're just in the belly, and it knows you. So I don't think it makes sense
Well,
in this case.
Steady aim and slash it.
Or a straight attack. 14 does hit it.
Okay. Plus 5 to this. 7 damage
Yeah, you.
as it goes to hell.
Yeah. Did I roll dissolve damage for you? I don't think I did.
No, you did not.
At the start of your turn, you would have taken 10 points of damage as you're slowly dissolving. Okay, so that's your steady aim. So you're still inside of this frog.
Oh, I'm still inside. It didn't die. Okay, I thought it died.
It didn't die, no.
Okay.
It's going to try and... it's going to... is it... No, it's going to disengage. And it's going to leave your space, Orion. You may take an attack of opportunity if you like.
I already burned it.
Oh, okay. And this thing still needs to make its wisdom saving throw. And it rolls a 14.
That's a fail and 28 points of damage.
Ooh. Okay, still up. And you know what's coming, Vander. It goes to bite you again. It's just a straight roll. And it rolls an 11. So that's going to miss. Too busy being annihilated by the spirit guardians. Avgi, it is your turn. You're underwater. You take that much acid damage, 7 acid damage. Inside the frog.
Don't like that. Yeah, he's gonna recklessly try to rip his way out of the frog.
Okay, so straight attacks.
Yeah,
19 hits.
that will be 12, 16.
16. Okay, they have no immunities or resistances, so we're about splitting it up. Okay, massive gash. You hit
Another
again.
one, if it survives. Ooh.
Nope.
Ooh. Yep.
Okay,
I'm staying there for a bit longer.
Okay, actually... Sorry, just a sec. This... And then this one... Oh, that one's dead. So, okay. Cool. Joy!
Yeah, Joyce is just going to go to this frog and do the help action.
Okay, so Avgi or Vander or anybody else will get an attack incoming. Orion, no more frogs around you.
Blast. If I go down into the water, can I see underwater?
I'll leave it
I
down
have
to
dark vision.
I'll leave it down to a perception check because this is like murky seawater. It's not like a clear one. But
You can certainly try.
Would I have to use my action to make the perception?
no,
Okay.
you're right.
All right, I'm gonna go. Oh, what a crappy roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you get a little bit lost underwater. Roll me a d8, and that's the direction you'll kind of go. 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You kind of think, it's over here, and you end up swimming over here, diving down in the water, but not really finding anything. This is 30 feet down. I'll leave it 50-50 whether this frog. Wind. That frog's not in Spirit Guardians, just with the angles involved. So you get a little bit lost underwater, unfortunately, Ryan.
Alright. So that's what? I'm at 15 feet down because I'm swimming, I guess, at disadvantage, right?
Yep.
I think everything else is going to be causing me to see, and I don't see. All right, I'm going to go use my action to swim back up to the surface.
So you pop up on the
Dash.
surface, and you see where you are, and realize you got a little bit lost underwater.
Drat. But I'll see Vander over there, and I can use my bonus action to give him a healing word.
Well, that's the only companion you can see for that matter. So yeah, Vander gets it. Okay, healing energy from the Redeemer to Vander.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
the
going to go
amount.
second level for this one because it looks like he needs it.
I do.
13.
It's doubling
Okay.
my HP basically.
Okay. Now the frog is in there, so it survives this. I'm not sure it will though, because it's pretty low. But Vander, you have advantage on this, thanks to your trusty
Yeah.
demon companion Joy.
I don't really have too much damage though. So I'm going to take the easier way, and I'm going to use a first level spell, and I'm going to cast Sleep on it.
Okay, roll me some D8s, I think. 5d8. You'll be doing well not to put this frog to sleep. That's a terrible roll, but it's good enough. The frog kind of goes belly up and starts snoring.
So if no one wakes it, it's going to sleep for 1 minute. I
Okay.
believe that gives us plenty of time to deal with other pressing matters. Yes, for my other stuff, I'm going to dive beneath the water, and I'm going to look for the other frogs that's beneath the surface. And I think I'm going to try to swim in this direction.
As he
Perception
swims
check.
my direction, I'm going to shut off my spirit guardians.
Okay.
Just because I didn't see Vander. Vander was already swallowed, so he would be popped by the spirit guardians if he does.
Right.
Spirit Guardians go down.
Do you want me to make a perception check underneath the water to see
Yes.
if I can
Yes,
spot
I do.
anything? Ooh, hopefully.
You see Avgi over in this direction. In fact, I'll put Avgi back on the map so you can see. So you see Avgi.
Okay, then I'm going to. I'm just going to swim. I guess I will be underneath where Joy currently is,
Sure.
beneath the surface a little bit, and yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, cool. The frog. It drags you down even deeper in Cracion. So the frog that's got you in its mouth is just diving even deeper under the surface. Okay. Now this one's got you under the ground, so yeah, it's so you're already underwater. Does the same thing, dives down even deeper into the water. And Cracion, your ears are starting to pop. You're very deep underwater. What do you do?
First, give me some acid damage, please.
Don't mind if I do. There you go, good sir. It's a
Thank
terrible roll
you.
for your honesty.
Same thing. Steady aim, stab it in its stomach, trying to Drax my way out of it.
You do in fact kill the frog. That's enough.
So 8. Okay, and then I'll what's its intelligence? Is it at least 6?
2.
2. All right, so no HP, but it does go to hell. How far down am I?
You don't know. How far can you get in one round?
I steady aimed. I can't do anything actually, so I'm
okay.
done.
So you're floating under the water. Alright, so that's in Cracian's turn. This frog is asleep. It won't do anything. Avgi, it's your turn. You're under the water. And you take 10 acid damage.
Yep. I'm gonna stab. Recklessly.
Straight roll.
Remember, I have Bardic Inspiration.
21 hits.
And that's gonna be within 20 damage.
Okay, that's enough to kill the frog. And so did it drag you underwater even more? I can't remember.
Yeah, he was down the same way as Secretion.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you rip your way out of the frog, but you're deep underwater.
Yeah, so I kind of like just tear it asunder in 2 parts underwater. Although it would be quite bloody. Do I see any other frogs nearby?
No.
I'm gonna swim to the surface.
Can you swim in one round?
Okay.
So half your normal movement. I guess.
20.
You do not burst to the surface.
So
but
20
you are,
up.
yeah, it's still swimming. Okay, Joy. You don't see any frogs.
Yeah. Joy is just going to, I don't know, circle the surface. Stay close. She's just going to, you know what? She's going to use her action to turn invisible again.
Oh. And Orion?
I've always wanted to try this. I'll swim over there. Saw this as a game once. You had to smack the frog into the lily pad. I couldn't quite get it. But maybe this time I will. So I'm going to bonus action Shillelagh.
Shillelagh comes up.
And I'm going to take a swing at the frog to try to blast it out the water.
Yeah, that hits.
Is it with the advantage?
You roll again, just in case it's a natural 20, because that will not kill it.
Shillelagh.
Okay, so there we go. So you hit it, it wakes up. Yeah, but it's looking very, very injured. Orion, you still don't get your childhood wish of squishing the frog or whatever it was.
Blast! I need more practice.
But Vander.
Well, I guess I'll just use my bonus action to make Joy attack the frog then.
Sure. At advantage, because Joy's
Oh,
invisible.
13?
13. Joy.
How do you
Oh my
defeat
god. Well, I guess once Orion hits bops the frog on the head, and it's going to create like this bump, you know, and then Joy's just going to land on the bump and just pierce the bump with her tail and just pollute the entire frog with poison, making its eyes just bubble out. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. It takes a while for Incration and Evgi to rise to the surface because you're both 90 feet under. But you can hold your breath for long enough to surface.
Well, I'm going to get out of the water, that's for sure.
So easy enough for all
Well-
you all to get out of the water, and we can get back to the map. So this all happened down to the south here, among the docks over here.
Mm.
That was
But I
awful.
don't. Yeah, and I don't think they're the ones who started the fire.
Are creatures like this common amongst ducks, usually?
No. I mean, these are... I mean, frogs are, but these ones were giant frogs, so... You know, normally docks would be pretty safe, right? There's lots of people there, and frogs and mice would be common, but definitely not frogs this big.
Mm. That's kind of curious, I would say. I would imagine that a lot of traffic from ships would disturb animals such as these. So, why did they sudden appear?
Perhaps they were mutated by the rain. It seems to be doing strange things around the land.
That's a fair bet. And I also do wonder, how long has this... has Ronul's end been... well, like this? Crumbled down?
Do we do we see like does it seem a recent event of the sacking of Ronald's End, or is it like weeks back and the fires are still burning?
Make a survival check, FD. See if you can work it out. Fairly recent,
Not too bad.
and at most 3 days ago.
Do these look like caves that came out of the earth that maybe creatures would have came up on, or are they just kind of like holes?
So you're pinging where?
Right down by the docks where like these
Oh,
torches
I see.
are on the holes. Are these like cave entrances, or maybe creatures burrowed out of the earth, or are they just?
It looks like man-made. Like
Let's say they got
they-
torches
they-
on the outside of them.
yeah, they were there before, so
Okay.
one assumes the frogs probably wouldn't have come out of there.
No, not the frogs. I was wondering if maybe the creatures that or whatever burned the town.
Oh, I see. Doesn't appear to be the case.
Okay.
Perhaps we should follow the tracks of the caravan that you found earlier.
Might be some survivors that's managed to escape, or maybe the sackers themselves. I don't know
Anyway.
about you guys, but are you against taking a little break? I feel like the fight with the frog is kind of I'm kind of tired after that fight.
Yeah, we can take a little rest before we follow the tracks.
I have a feeling that I'm not the only one that didn't really enjoy being, dragged down beneath the surface, being, the problem of, yeah.
It didn't look very fun.
If you wish to put up the instant fortress and get a long rest, excuse me, you may do so.
Do we need a long rest,
Oh.
though?
No, just a short rest, I think.
Okay, so short rest away.
Short rest would be suffice for me, at least.
Also, if we're doing short rest, I would go ahead and use one of my channel divinities as I'll harness divine power, giving myself a second level spell slot back.
Sweet. Okay. So you're going to follow the tracks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay. Got you on the right map. Okay. So you start the tracks, kind of head northeast, more or less following the coastline. And you see person come out from behind some bushes. He does have a rather nasty scimitar at his side. It looks as though it's got a few dents in it, pointing. He knows how to use it. And he says, "I don't see the likes of you wandering this land very often. What are ye here for?"
We're just taking a afternoon stroll is all. No, we just passed through Ronul's End. Looks
Aye.
like a shit storm just went through there.
That is true. It has seen better days. But you didn't ask my question. What are you doing here? This is no place to be wandering around randomly. People out here are either crazy or have a greater mission in mind. Which is it of you?
Banner is going to point at the caravan tracks and be like, those appeared at Ronald's End. And we had a suspicious feeling that if we were to follow those, we would get some answers. Perhaps we would meet the perpetrators of Ronald's End, or perhaps someone to give us answers.
Are you hoping to find treasure? You simple treasure hunters?
No. More like... Well, I don't want to sound like a hero or anything like that, because I can assure you that's not really my kind of tea. But we had some luck helping out people lately, so I guess why stop now? And destroying a whole little village doesn't sound like it doesn't serve some justice.
So it's justice you're after, and you're of a heroic bent. What heroic things have you done?
Well, save my mom here.
It's not heroic. That's what every good son would do.
Yeah, but she was a vampire and they fixed it.
That's a
Technically,
lot
the
to take an
Redeemer
answer.
fixed it.
We have a worshipper of the Redeemer here. What are you doing here, priest?
A little bit out of my time, I see. Roamed the Shadow Realm for quite some time. Found my way here back home in a very accursed time period. By the way, your weather sucks.
His what sucks?
Weather.
Oh, your weather. I was actually born on the Fey Realm myself and travelled across the multiverse to get here. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I thought we were both telling tall tales.
If you knew the truth, you would not necessarily jest and laugh, but cower in fear.
I think this realm has had many years of cowering and fear of the Redeemer.
Yes, I come from a time in which people took the name of the Redeemer as a rallying cry and then abused that power to usurp and make their own way and crave power and not life that should be lived. Much like now, at this point in time in your history, in which you have relied on kings and now accursed queens, it seems like. And now look where that have gotten you.
Monarchy has served us well for 500 odd years, brought us back from the brutal theocracy that your people cursed this land with. And granted, the current queen, she can go to hell as far as I'm concerned, but 500 years of peace. But you're right, the monarchy's gone to shit. All right.
For that we can agree on.
We can agree. All right. I'll tell you what. I escaped. Well, the Ronul's end was attached by a hag called Wushinash from who makes her base at the North Base Lighthouse. And she sent her mutated frogs to ravage the land. And also there were they looked like Knights of the Crown, but they were more beast than human, and they breathed fire upon the village. So between these strange fire-breathing knights and these mutated frogs, Ronul's End did not stand a chance. I and some survivors managed to flee north. Some people were caught captured and presumably taken to the North Bay Lighthouse. But it seemed we got betrayed in the end. My lord and liege, Lord Ronul, was taken captured along with some of my fellow citizens. And anybody who knows anything about Lord Ronul, I know that there is a famous cache that he keeps with unbound treasure. And some of the soldiers turned against the citizens, led by this group who called themselves the Heroes of Virtue. And
assholes again.
Yes, they are creeping up quite a bit of late.
That's whispering something. Yeah, just a sec. I'll answer that question.
These heroes of virtue have become quite a bit of a thorn in our side, it seems.
Aye. And they seem to... we were captured. We were taken to the Mossy Tower, which is right there. And They're, shall we say, extracting information from Lord Ronul to get the location of his cache. The heroes of virtue headed north, and at that point I made my escape. But if you are the heroes that you claim to be, if you claim to be everything right with the religion, and not some cruel theocracy as you claim, priest, then I would beg for your assistance in freeing my lord and liege, Lord Ronul. And then my master can pay ye in hard gold if ye help him. You can be sure of that. The only thing is, though, he has to be alive to do that right. So can I count on you folks for assistance in freeing my liege?
Well, I would say so, yeah. I do wonder one thing, though. Lord Ronald, seems like whole of Ronald's End has been betrayed by the Queen, because the creatures that you described, we met them before. They are under the command of the High Queen herself. So I don't know why she destroyed Ronald's End, but I have a suspicious feeling that Lord Ronald himself would be interested in perhaps cooperating in trying to achieve the downfall of the Queen herself.
I don't...
That's worth a lot.
Well, under presumably the command of the Queen, his ancestral home, which has stood for, well, not that long, a couple of hundred years. But it has supplied the land with bountiful fish. But the Queen has destroyed his home. Don't imagine he has much love for the Queen, and would surely want her taken down as well.
Do you think Lord Ronald would support another royalty that would be able to take the place of the current Queen? Someone more just, perhaps?
Well, let's lay the cards on the table. If there was a cooked and stuffed pig with an apple on its mouth, it would do a better job of ruling this kingdom than the Queen.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
By the way, my lord and liege is not a burger chain. His name is not Ronald. It is Ronul. Get that right.
Forgive me. Burger chain.
Charred grilled, one of my favorites.
I've never heard of this burger, but I will.
You would like it. It's meat.
Sounds like a sandwich to me.
You saw my whisper vendor?
Oh, yeah. All right, yeah.
Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now, yeah, so anybody apart from her and the Queen would be good. Now, I must warn you, the Mossy Tower, I don't have exact numbers, but there's at least 12, 13, 14 guards, and it's led by a former captain in the Queen's army who, as I said, he was the one who betrayed us to access Ronald's treasure. But Captain Brulax, he will be there as well. And to further complicate matters, there's about 12 or so of our citizens there. I don't know what the tactic would be. I mean, it's a tower, for goodness sake. It's easily defendable.
Well, maybe we can try to be persuasive. If not, we had some prior success being very straightforward. Right,
perhaps
Aggie?
I've chosen the wrong companions. Look at you, there's 4 of you, and, as I said, a well-defended garrison. I mean, if you want to go and break down some doors, then so be it, but I will not be joining you. That is a suicide mission. I will point
Yeah, I
out
think
that the Mossy Tower has seen better days, and some of the walls around it haven't been kept up to speed, and they put some simple wooden planks around the stone wall, which is how I escaped. So if you're looking for a more sneaky way in, then absolutely. As I said, if you want to go with axe swinging, then you'll be doing this on your own.
I think it's best that you stay behind regardless, though. Have you found somewhere safe to stay?
I am not staying behind. I will rescue my liege one way or the other. But if you go down with the axe swinging at the back door, I will be a while back, ready to take advantage of the fuck-up that you inevitably make. But to answer your question about shelter, no. I mean, I'm only recently out. Less than 24 hours trying to plan my rescue of my liege, but now it seems I have allies.
What time of day is it, Malcolm, in the campaign?
Late. Because you went to Ronul's End from... Yeah, time for a... You could do a long rest now in the Instant Fortress if you wanted to.
Well, seeing that the night is soon to be upon us, I would suggest that this is the perfect time to do some reconnaissance or in the dark, or perhaps even try to get inside the tower as soon as possible.
Under cover of night, it's a good idea.
Unless you guys are too tired, that is. Or what then, Croatia?
Nope, rest is good. More time to plan. Give this old salty sea dog a night's rest, and maybe he can give us the layout of the land better.
Are you saying you're fatigued?
No, I'm good, but I just think if he needs the rest to give us more time to recall the way to get inside more sneakily, that information's good for me.
What I can tell you... Whoops. Click on the right button. What's going on? So I'll tell you what I can tell you. To the north end of the wall that surrounds the tower, there's a way we can get in there. To the east side, there is cages put up. I'm not sure if Lord Ronul is in there or not, but citizens are. And as I said, guards all around. So, secret entrance to the north, cages of citizens to the east.
They're not hanging them over the cliff, are they? To drop them in the sea?
They're trying to extract information from the Lord, and they're using his honor against him. Actually, give me a second. I can show you a fairly accurate map of the area. Looks like that. Oh, well, that's not right. It's all right. You know, that gives you the general layout. I assume you guys can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's on its side.
Is this supposed to be the crumbled wall replaced by wood?
Sorry, just give me a second. Something wrong. Okay, that's better. Alright, so he sketches out a thing on the dirt and he says, yes, this here is the location in which we could sneak in. As you see, it's the wall, the keep has not been good repair. And this would be a way we could sneak in without going through the front door. The other way to get in, if you're foolhardy, is to rush through up the steps into the keep this way. That is not advisable, but that's a way. And of course, this here is where the prisoners are kept. Guards all around. Some, I presume, inside of the keep, over here. Some are watching over here. And I do not know where Lord Ronul is. He could be inside the keep, being interrogated. He could be outside of the keep in the cage. Do not know.
While you were imprisoned in the keep, did you see someone going through the front door like regularly in a pattern? Did they send out patrols, stuff like that?
No patrols that I knew of. Man, they brought them in a wagon, the prisoners. Packed them in like sardines. I assume those are the tracks that you found.
It would be an option to go through the front door, but not with the swinging of our weapons. Vander is just going to change his form into the form of Sykes, salty eel Sykes, and be like, something like this could also perhaps work.
Well, that's a brilliant idea. Put on the disguise of the man that escaped.
Vander is going to be a little bit annoyed and be like, not you, my friend, but someone else that's usually going through the door.
So you look like a guard, for example?
Well, this was just to show him the tools to do it.
What I see now, you're using your brain. Yes, that could get you in the front door. And to be perfectly honest, the order of rescue is my lord and liege Lord Ronul first. And of course citizens, I'm sure they would agree with me for that matter, they would come second. But the life of my liege is of paramount importance.
We could create a distraction. Someone to distract the guards, go to the front gates, and someone else would slip behind and find Ronald, find the prisoners, and release them.
Yeah, that could work. You know, distraction somewhere down here. And see, there's guards all over the place. Maybe some guards would go there. Maybe, yeah, that could work.
I may be able to provide assistance with that. As a priest of the Redeemer, will allow me some leeway, per se.
Well,
They would not see me as a threat.
You're probably right. As I said, the reign of the Redeemer has less scars that still affect this land. Could work.
Well, I could also try to use some magical trickery. perhaps conjure up a beast, or perhaps a small band of soldiers approaching, causing some sort of ruckus, it would be a little bit easier for us to go through the back door and try to get in. But sooner or later, I would assume that they would understand that, well, it's trickery. I can hold it up for 10 minutes, and after that, I'm sure all the guards are going to be on high alert.
There's some tokens that I crafted from clay. Maybe we can use these to visualize where everybody will be.
Oh, when did you have time to fire them in a kiln?
I have many talents. So who would be causing a distraction here? Or are we having the holy man walk forward?
Well, I have the ability to make myself... Well, I can't make myself invisible while I create a ruckus, but at least I don't have to expose myself for any danger while I'm making this trickery, though. And I
Want
can
me
create
to-
something fairly realistic as well.
It shuffles a
Do
token
you want
around.
me along for the distraction, Ryan?
I don't mind. I can handle my own if things go to pot. I would allow their arrogance to say that I am only just a little priest of the Redeemer.
It's the
to drop their
smartest
guard.
thing you've said so far. Let's use their arrogance against them.
Okay, if you're sure, Ryan. I can, if the cages are locked, I can break them
Oh.
up if there's no locks
I
for
assure you.
invasion to pick.
They are locked.
I could
Well-
try to sneak around the cages with the distraction and pick the locks.
Well,
That's
I
quite.
think maybe we should. I can send Joy in to take a peek on the cages if they are outside of the keep itself. If our first priority is to find the lords, I think we should check that out first and then try to get ourselves into the tower.
So you send your Joy out, invisible?
Yeah, I'll when we get to the tower, I'm going to have Joy scout the cages to see if there is anyone resembling the
Lord
Lord.
Ronul is in the
Yeah.
cage. There's a bunch of other citizens here, about 10 or so, and about 6, 7, 8 guards around. Whoops, I'm moving my mouse as if you can see it. Whole lot of bunch of guards up here as well. And there's maybe 10 other people, including Lord Ronul, in the cage. So, at the very least, you've established that Lord Ronul is in the cage outside.
Oh, that's one big cage. Okay, I thought it was like 6 individual.
That's a cage, we'll say. So if you
Okay.
picked a lock, everybody could get free.
So, in a way, we don't really have to enter the tower to be able to free the prisoners if we're able to break them out of the cage. But they still have some leverage against us if they were to fire projectiles or anything from high ground.
It's exactly the whole point of a tower. Shoot people without having the opportunity to shoot back. One assumes they'll fire arrows, duck behind cover, re-notch their arrow, shoot and repeat. very hard to hit, and it's a tower. As you can tell, it's raised up on a hill, so it has excellent vision. And I know at least some of the citizens are inside the tower. I don't know whether we need to weigh that up. Needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. But if we were to rescue people inside here, it would be a much more difficult operation.
Perhaps y'all can, while I create a distraction, free the prisoners that are on the outside. Once they are in safety, we then try to plunge into the castle, or the tower.
Right, I like that plan, because it prioritizes the lives of Lord Ronul. As I said, he'll reward you greatly for the rescue. Is the rescue alive?
But does that mean we need to place Encratian close to where the cages are so he can try to break them out, while someone else of us are going into the tower? How exactly do you propose we do this?
Aishan, you're apparently sneaky. What ideas do you have?
Well, I'm thinking that when the big distraction happens here and they're all occupied, I sneak up past this tree here, hold tight on the wall, that way the archers don't spot me, and then make my move over to the cage.
The first part of that is highly doable. But keep in mind, there's guards whose job it is to keep an eye out. I think this little portion here, and in fact, the lock is in the north part of the tower. So difficult.
If Orion can take responsibility for creating the distraction, I can enhance your stealthing abilities, Encratian. If you manage to stay completely silent without touching any of the guards, I can make you impossible to spot with the bare eye.
That and a bit of lady luck might just be what we need.
Well, with Orion creating a disruption and Encratian going to take charge of the prisoners, I guess that leaves Avgi and myself to try to infiltrate the tower.
I'm not the sneakiest one. You can become invisible, but
Well, I don't think we have to be the most sneakiest once Orion is creating the distraction.
true.
I can't become invisible either if I'm going to make Encratian invisible.
Oh
But
yeah.
the thing is, well, is that is a keep. This is the front door. It is necessarily a strong door. I mean, it's designed not to be opened if the people inside don't want it to be opened.
I can get it down.
Well, you seem like a big lad. I hope you can manage it.
Won't be a problem.
Right. So, distraction at the flank gates. Get the attention of the guards on this area here at least. Glacian sneaks around over to here somewhere. Hopefully avoiding detection. Come over here, unlock the gates. Prisoners, especially Lord Ronul, will be free. Then I guess, Avgi, you break down the front door. Easy peasy.
Yeah,
What
let's
could-
hope so.
What could possibly go wrong? How are we going for time, Doug?
I got about 10 minutes.
All right. Dove says, I could be a distraction too, but I think it's better if I just hang back. I could tell by the way you're looking at me, everyone, that that's indeed the plan. And she goes and hides. Even the clay token that was made of her disappears from the board.
Oh.
So are we getting a long rest before we go this, or are we doing from where we are?
I think we only did a short rest though, unless you guys want to do a long rest and do this in the morning.
My liege is at the risk of being killed. Right? So far, his citizens have been interrogated. Some of them survived, some of them didn't. My lord and liege are in danger. We need to do this as soon as possible.
Okay. Just want to double check. Question as well.
Yep.
If I was to use enhance ability
Mm-hmm.
and I upcast it to 3rd, I choose one additional creature to infect it. Can I do one particular thing? Like if I did like Eagle Splendor on myself, can I do Cat's Grace on Incration or Avgi?
I see no reason why not. You can split them up. Of course, that's going to take a concentration slot.
Yeah. It'll be for the time being anyway.
All right.
It'd be basically at this point in time, who would rather have the benefit?
I'd say give it to Avi, because if Vander's casting invisibility on me, I'll already have advantage.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that's true.
So, strength on Avgi and something on yourself, right?
Oh no, it would be Cat's Grace on Avgi. So he has advantage on all dexterity checks. And also, if he was to fall from 20 feet or less, he doesn't take damage. So if you were to jump down a very large hole, you might be okay.
All right.
Cool. Might be
So I will
cost of
cast
the
that,
tower.
and I'll
so-
cast Eagle Splendor on myself.
And just before Vander puts guidance or invisibility on me and creation, I'll guide himself.
You guys remember all of this until next year?
Eh, why not?
We can write it down in chat, perhaps. Or
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we do that? Because Doug needs to go soon and we need to end it. So Orion casts
Enhance ability at 3rd level, targeting
Avgi for strength.
Avgi and myself.
So Avgi was Dex.
On Avgi.
And charisma for himself. All right.
Orion for charisma. And someone's casting invisibility. Oh, okay. Cat's Grace. Oh, there we go.
I think Vander's putting invisibility on Incration.
Yeah.
And Incration is guiding himself.
Invisibility on Incration. Well, that's not how you spell Vander, though. That's also not how you spell Vander, but that's alright. And Incration has enhanced. No, guidance. on himself.
Guidance, yeah.
All right, so that's the preparations: invisibility, guidance, and Avgi Dex,
Dex and
Orion,
Grizz.
Charisma. Okay. All right.
That's
I
good.
think this is a good place, as Doug Randall needs to go soonish as well. Yeah, and no sessions for the next 2 weeks because I think
The 8th.
Yeah, because next week is literally Christmas Day, and the week after
And
that is
then-
literally New Year's Day.
Yep.
And then we'll be a week back, and then I'm off on holiday myself for a week, so we're going to be a lot chopping and changing. But let me also just say thank you for being a meaningful gamer for most of you for a very long time. I really appreciate it, and while we have fun and play these games together, we also help a whole heap of people in Uganda and Nepal. And it's quite pleasing to see one of the very first children who was at our school in Uganda all those years ago recently graduated from university. So
Oh, nice.
Very
the
nice.
whole system is kind of working. In fact, 2 of them have graduated. 3, in fact. 3, with one was a while back. But yeah, very pleasing, and thanks to you guys. All right, gentlemen.
All right.
Hope you have
Do we have our 6th player coming after December or New Year?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have to talk with her. But we'll see. Obviously, she's had some health concerns, and we wish her well. That obviously takes priority, but hopefully she'll be back. Okay, gentlemen. See you next year. Have a good Christmas, however you celebrate it. And
Have a good Christmas.
see you next year.
See you.
Take care, bro.
See y'all.
Bye.
Take care.